What up, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, this 10 Toes Down. You already know what it is, man. We in the Drop Top series right now, man. That's how we doing it, man. I had to do this for my man, Sonny Lucas, man. We in Harlem right now. 125, you know? So what's good with you, B?
Chillin', B. Finally get this interview with the legendary 10 Toes.
Man, I ain't no legend, man.
Yeah, man, legend.
Nobody. I told you, the bigger I get, the smaller I become, man.
Word. I'm Sonny, by the way. Sonny Lucas. I'm the hip-hop artist.
That's right. That's
you know, I do hip-hop. I'm into the music. I'm into the acting. I'm into the networking and all that. So you be hearing about me more. So, yeah.
All right, that's what's up, man. So, tell me something else, man. Why people should listen to your music? What's different between your music and the music out here today?
My music is reality rap, real shit, real hip-hop, authentic hip-hop, bars, something real, some spiritual, some healing, some metaphors, similes. My shit's just authentic, you know what I mean? And I'm giving you me. I ain't putting on a persona. I ain't portraying nothing. I ain't trying to front to the people. I'm just giving you authentic hip-hop, what I was raised on.
And what you was raised on? What kind of hip-hop you was raised on?
You know, I'm a 90s baby, like 90s hip-hop. That was my era, man. Like, I grew up on Tupac, Big, Method Man, Big Pun, you know, KRS One.
Where you from, though?
Me, I'm from Harlem. I'm from the hillside.
So you ain't on that Harlem type, you know, Dipset and
Nah, I fuck with Dipset. You know, I used to fuck with Dipset hard. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I grew up on that. You know, Joel's is from our neighborhood too, by the way. You know, I know him. He one of the homies. All right. But we cool. But I just stuck to hip hop, straight hip hop. Nothing crazy. You know, I'm authentic with it.
So what type of message you trying to get across in your hip hop? You trying to get something positive, something like what you trying to get across?
You know, it's a message. It's positive music, more uplifting. At the same time, you know, I throw a little ratchetness in there, but it's more to just to spread a word and to kind of uplift the people while I'm making my music. That's pretty much my message with the music and shit like that. And sometimes I throw a little ratchetness, a little this and that, a little vibing type of music you can vibe to, and it's a mixed bag. It's like an assortment. That's pretty much my music and shit.
So what's your nationality?
Me, I'm a black Latino.
Black Latino?
Yeah.
What that mean?
I'm black Dominican.
Black Dominican?
Yeah.
So
well, we really black anyway.
Yeah.
First of all, we black first of all. You know, we just mix with European.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us don't want to identify with being black, but you know, I identify with being black first. Yeah. You know, that's just an ethnicity, the other side. So I claim black first.
So you speak Spanish and all that?
A little bit, little something. You know,
a
little bit, little something. You know.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't perfect with it, but you know, I manage. You know what I mean? I could dabble. You know what I'm saying? I understand a lot of it, so you know what I mean. But it helps. It helps to speak some of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I identify with being black first and Dominican and all that later, because that's just something that we was colonized and all that shit, and we was taking over, you know, the 1400s and Christopher Columbus and you know the British and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know, we speak English, don't make us English. Niggas speak Spanish, don't make you a Spaniard. So you know, I'm more real deep type of shit. You know, with just who I am. Like I really love this shit with this music, and I like to convey a message to the people.
So outside of music, what type of message would you give to these youth out here today that's coming up? You know what I'm saying?
I would say try to appreciate your elders. You know, don't just think about what's going on now in your life. Think about the future. You know, you ain't gotta go hard, you ain't gotta go crazy, you ain't gotta turn up and just be violent all the time. Sometimes it's good to think and see yourself in the future as far as making it. You know what I mean? Because you have a chance to make it. You just can't always go lead to the dumb shit. You know, the dumb shit is cool. You turning up with your friends, you young, you wilding. It's only gonna lead you to prison. You know what I mean? Like a lot of my homies, they doing 50, 60 years, and some of them are gone.
Yeah.
You know, they in the coffin right now. You know what I mean? And a lot of them was smart. You know what I mean? It's just the ego. The ego of the Negro. We got an ego. Sometimes you got to humble yourself sometimes. Even when you young and you're going through the emotions, sometimes you got to sit back and think and be like, all right, you know, I'm going to make it through this. And sometimes you just got to disconnect from everybody, you know?
So you think that hip-hop plays a part in the murder that's going on today?
I don't think hip-hop does. I mean, it can lead to it, some of the music, because, you know, some of the music is a little dumbed down, it's a little ratchet. But hip-hop, the hip-hop we grew up on, it had variety. You know, you had De La Soul, you had Tribe Called Quest, you had different variety. You know, you had the Fugees, you had Nas, you had all types of mixed music, mixed hip hop. It may play a role in the youth, but you know, the youth can't always take that rap shit serious. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, don't live out your raps. That's what I'm trying to convey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't live out your raps. Don't take that shit like motherfuckers is doing that shit. You know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers ain't doing that type of shit. They ain't living out their raps, but they talking about what they did. See, what I do when I rap, I talk about my past, what I've done. You know what I mean? What I've sold, how many drugs I've sold. So I'm not living out that shit. That's all that shit past tense. You know what I mean? You got to be realistic with this rap shit. You like.
So what you doing today then?
Me, like I'm an entrepreneur. Like I'm just selling stuff and you know, networking and you know, like I do professional shit on the side as far as, you know, earning a living and shit like that. But like I'm more of an entrepreneur. You know, freelancing, contracting and stuff like that.
Right.
More in that field and things, yeah.
So you got a girl and all that?
Yeah, I got a little lady I'm talking to right now. You know,
that's what's up.
She cool. I like to keep it private. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, you mention your love life, motherfuckers be try to slide in her DMs and all. You know how this shit is.
Yeah.
You know, once they know you sleep with somebody, like, all right,
But you ain't got no kids though, right?
I ain't got no kids right now. You know what I mean? I ain't got no kids. You know, so. Yeah.
So how was it for you in your environment growing up? I know it was violence. It was, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy. Like, you know, we grew up in an era where it was crazy violent, and you know, it was physical. You know, we fought a lot. A lot, and we fought more than we was like shooting each other and stabbing each other. But it was a lot of like it was sad to see all of us trying to kill each other in the neighborhood. That's the sad thing. Like, you got neighbors that live 5 blocks away from each other trying to hurt each other. That shit made a nigga paranoid. So you know, you got to move, keep your head on a swivel, and even stay protected. You know, so it made you more elusive. You know how to move better. You'll know how to kind of fill out the area.
You ever been to prison before?
Nah, I've been detained. I got lucky. Thank God. Like,
oh yeah, good. That's good.
Thank God. Like, I got lucky.
That's a good thing,
I got lucky. Like, a lot of my family members, you know, they got locked up. They told me them stories, and I saw a lot of that shit. That shit kind of made me like, I got to move strategically.
Yeah.
But one thing my mama did tell me when I was young and I was selling drugs and I was hustling on the block, she said, if you get locked up, don't call me, nigga. If you get locked up, do not call me. I'm not your friend. I'm not giving you no bail money. And that shit stuck with me because she wasn't going to pacify my bullshit, right? If I was doing the bullshit, she wasn't going to fund my shit. So she said, if you fuck up, don't call me. So that made me, you know, get my shit together. You know what I mean? Get my life together. So, you know, I after doing the dumb shit in the hood and fucking up and dealing with the gang shit and selling drugs and shit.
Oh, so you've been in the gang before?
Yeah, I've been in the gang.
What gang?
Yeah, I was a blood. You know what I'm saying?
Blood?
Yeah, I was.
How was that? How was that experience for you?
That shit was crazy. Cause that shit, like, I came into that shit like under my family, under my cousin. You know, my older cousin, he was like heavy in that shit. And sometimes you be born into shit and you don't even know you born into this shit. Like, you just become it. And then your whole neighborhood is full of it. You know what I mean? We always into that shit. You know, I don't condone it now. I don't glorify that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not glorifying that shit. But, you know, it became normal to be a part of that shit. and you know, he do something and I gotta go follow. And sometimes if you don't become a wolf with the wolves, you get eaten up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you're around the doers and the non-doers, they gonna see that, and they gonna try to they'll check you on that. So sometimes you get caught up, and the thing is, most of us kids, we get caught up in our environment, and we get caught up with who we around, proximity and shit like that. You know, like, so.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So how long ago you stopped banging?
I stopped banging years ago. You know what I mean? Yeah. You always have connections to that shit, because you know you grew up around them. Like it becomes family.
Yeah.
But then you get older, and then you be like, and then you realize, you know, you get to a certain age, you know, you start taking care of family, and you start realize I got to do better, and I gotta do better for my family. And you start to disconnect, but not on some disrespectful shit. It's just like you just get older, you kind of outgrow that shit, because that's really a young man's game. You know what I'm saying?
So tell me this, right? You banged before. So what was you banging for? Like, why you bang? Why was you in the game?
I was doing it off of some family shit. Like, you know, like when I came into that shit, it was like 99, 2000, and my cousin put me on to that shit. My older cousin, Jedi, R.I.P. to my cousin, he passed away. Yeah. He put me on to that. He's like, little cuz, you gonna do this. And I ain't have no guidance. Like, you know, my father not fucking with me, my mother, we in poverty. And it was out of like, okay, this is like, it's like a family thing, it's welcoming. You know, they protect you, you protect them, they feed you, they give you that sense of, you know, camaraderie, right? Like you get around the people that give you that support system, because you ain't got no support system in the house. Mama there by herself, she broke. Little sis, she young. My other brother, he not in the house. I'm just there by myself. So my cousin, you know, I'm just there with my cousin, and I'm just around I'm around everybody. And that should make you feel like solid. You know.
So do you speak about that in your raps?
I really don't speak about that shit. Like I try not to glorify that shit. Like I try to put a message in the raps. You know, I just try to put messages in the raps, you know, or just try to tell them the pros and cons. Like, you do this shit, you'll go to jail. You do this shit, you're gonna get life. You know what I mean? I try to display that part of it. Like, I try to tell them the pros and the cons, the bad and the good to this shit. Because you go get...
What's the bad part about it?
The bad part about it, you lose family members, you can go to jail for a long time, or you could die. You could die.
And what's the good part about it, then?
Ain't really no good about it, really.
Oh, right, so you can't say pros and cons.
Right, but you know, like I see what
Ain't
you
no
said.
good in that shit.
Ain't no good in that shit, because it's like, you think it's good because that's all you know. Yeah. Right, so I think when you young, you think that's...
I don't think that's all you know, though.
Right,
you knew way more than that.
Yeah, I knew a little bit more, but it's like... I chose to do that shit, but...
So that was all you knew.
Yeah, and we get caught up in it, and then you get caught up in it because it becomes normal. Yeah. Like, that shit it normalizes, and the trauma and the ignorance in the neighborhood, that shit becomes normal. And then we get addicted to the drama. Yeah. We get addicted to that shit, like, oh, nigga popping off this nigga.
So what it was that made you break that addiction, though?
You know what made
Because I know if you just left and dudes like, oh, this nigga sucker, oh, you're not banging no more, they start talking about you. What made you be able to say, you know, I don't give a fuck what people say, none of that. Like, what made you be able to withstand that, you know? You know,
what made me just get away from it, just, I got tired of the dumb shit. I got tired of watching my own people hurt each other. Mm-hmm. I got tired of motherfuckers growing up with each other for 30, 40 years, and they killing each other and going at it. You get tired of seeing your own people destroy each other. Yeah. That's what I got tired of. And it's like we intelligent people. We smart. We are extremely smart. But we put all our energy into the dumb shit. I got tired of that. Yeah. So I said, let me get away from this shit before I go in and I destroy my life and I ruin my life. Oh. So I had to be smart. I had to man up. I had to sit back and pull back and be like, you know what? Let me do this shit for my family. Not only for my family, but for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, You know, nigga mature. Like, there's a lot of motherfuckers, they older and they not maturing. You know what I mean? There's some motherfuckers older than me and they act like they 20. You know what I'm saying? So
with your music and with you know what's going on in the dance society with the youth, and I know that you were helping the youth and all that. What last word could you give to the people? Your music,
and
a message to the kids, and then you can leave your information on how they can get in touch with you, where to look for you at.
Cool. Well, I would say to the youth, you know, before you go out and do the dumb shit, the banging, the hurting each other, you know, look at your family. Look how much you're gonna hurt your mother, how much you're gonna hurt your parents, your grandmother. You know, that you affect your family when you do shit like that. How much you're gonna hurt your loved ones. That, you know, you go to jail, they gonna have to pay for that bail. They're gonna have to pay for them bonds. They're gonna have to pay for all that commissary. What you do affects your family. That shit affects your family. So you got to be mindful when you going out and doing the dumb shit. You gotta be like, all right, let me think. I might hurt my mother in the process, or my grandmother, or whoever you're living with. And you know, cause they gotta deal with the bullshit. You know, you in and out, they suffering. You gotta constantly worry about you getting killed or going to jail or going through some shit. So be mindful of who you around, and take them into consideration, your family. And that's what I say. Take your family into consideration before you start that dumb shit.
And what's your info?
Well, this is Sonny Lucas. You can catch me on IG. I'm on IG, iTunes, Spotify.
IG is what? Just Sonny Lucas?
Sonny Lucas. That's it.
Like a sunny day?
Yeah, Sonny, SUNNYLUCAS. Type in Sonny Lucas on all platforms. I'm on Amazon, Apple Music, Google Play, Spotify. I'm on all the platforms.
You be freestyling this shit?
I'm more of a writer. I freestyle sometimes.
I want to actually give me something for the
And I was going to give you 16, but
I give you 16.
I ain't got 16 right now.
Yo, you said you was going to give me 16. Let me get 16. You want 10 toes down. Give me 16 so the people know what's going on.
Yeah.
Let me hear something. Go ahead.
Look alive is that guy from the 1-5, that 1-5 who won, who flipped pies and 4-5s for fun. I risked my life, I led a life when I was young. Now I shine like the sun. They captivated, even though they been hated. That hate is real, but the love is rare though. Only if it been real. Yeah though, I've been golden, and I see the fakes and the snakes. I cut the head off like Conan. I ain't with that fake shit. That ain't part of my program. You looking like the Jake shit. Now I get the rolling. I can't get involved with the dumb shit before I get the dumping. I'll think of something. Oh, they trying to trick me out of money. They trying to make it hard for Sonny. Trying to jam me up behind the walls, having me making those collect calls. Oh.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So,
cool.
you know, throw a little message in there, you know, let people know.
That's what's up. That's what's up, bro. Yeah. That's what's up, man. So, yo, make sure you'll tune in, man. Y'all go check my boy out, man. Sonny Lucas, man. It's Harlem, man.
You already know.
It's 10 toes down, man. It's stop that goddamn white man.